And when I woke up this morning at 7, I was getting picked up at 7:45. Patrick, my fiance, tried to pull me by my waist over this morning in bed. And I was like, no, baby, we don't got time for that this morning. I got to get to the prayer breakfast and I got to be on time. And a little TMI, but he can wait. I'll see him later tonight.
If you somehow have the privilege of having no idea who this member of the so-called Party of Family Values is, consider yourself incredibly lucky.
Snowflake and sugar-free. It's hilarious. Liberal tears energy. China is playing checkers, Chinese checkers, in fact. And so I think what Trump is doing is brilliant. He knows this better than anybody. I trust him, and the American people trust him too, and he's doing a fine job of it.
Meet the staunch Trump sycophant and raging bigot from South Carolina, Representative Nancy Mace, who knows a thing or two about political stunts.
I'm wearing the scarlet letter after the week that I just had last week, being a woman up here and being demonized for my vote and for my voice. I'm here to let the rest of the world know and the country know I'm on the side of the people. I'm not on the side of the establishment, and I'm going to do the right thing every single time, no matter the consequences.
From donning the scarlet letter to respond to criticism after she and her fellow MAGA loyalists ousted then Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy.
And
I don't really care. You want penises in women's bathrooms, and I'm not going to have it.
Okay.
No, thank you. Mr. Chairman, I'm not going to be counseled by a man over men in women's spaces or men who have mental health issues dressing as women. I'm not being counseled by some guy.
My inquiry is to the chairman.
Okay. To weaponizing a transphobic slur during an official congressional hearing to feed red meat to the MAGA voter base and play into her delusional worldview, she's shown us exactly who she is and where her true priorities lie, staying as close as possible to those in power at the expense of the dignity of others, which is why this next bit of footage should not surprise you in the slightest.
I do them every year.
Every year.
You want to keep going?
Do you
want to keep going and keep harassing me? You could have gone to a dozen town halls last year.
I asked if you're doing any more this year. It was one simple question.
Yeah.
Are you doing a town
I've already
hall this
done
year?
one. I'll do plenty
Are you doing
more.
any more this year? It was a simple question.
You're always invited.
Okay, sweet. Well, look
And
out
by
for
the
an actual
way,
invitation
I
for the
voted
next
for
one.
gay marriage twice.
What does that have to do with
So
me?
I'm just saying, it has everything to do with you.
Do you think everything about me has to do with gay marriage?
I do,
That's
absolutely.
your first stance when you
Yep.
speak with me?
Absolutely.
There's no other humane
If you want to get in my
conversation you
face
can
about
have
town
me?
halls, you should have shown up
There's
to
no
one
other
last
humane
year.
thing you can talk about me just saying, oh, I support gay marriage.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
you're
only thing
getting
you
in
have
my
to
face
say.
about a town hall. You
Oh,
could have
just
gone
ask me one
last year.
simple question from right
Would you
over
like
here
me?
is if you have any plans to have more town halls this year.
I have town
That was
halls
one
every year.
question.
I have over a dozen
Okay.
every year.
Great. That was my entire question. You didn't have to go
Yeah.
into this spiel.
Mace, as detached from reality as ever, somehow thought about tweeting this video out herself and thinking it would be a good look to generate some positive publicity. Well, it completely failed. And she failed to realize, or simply not care, that she's a public servant and is supposed to be working for the man she's confronting instead of scolding him and accusing him of harassing her for asking if she'll be doing any more town hall events this year, which is the bare minimum of what we should be demanding out of our elected officials. Captioning the tweet with, and I quote, "Some unhinged lunatic, a man wearing Daisy Dukes at a makeup store, got in my face today, Dems are nuts, so I went off and I won't be backing down. I hold the line 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Try me." Mace is playing directly into the victimhood complex that conservatives thrive off of, conveniently avoiding accountability for ditching her constituents at the same time. And that's all without even addressing how offensive and demeaning it is to reduce an entire person's presumed identity to one piece of legislation you supported back in the day.
You could have come to any of them last year.
Okay. And I'm
I had
asking you
over a
about this year,
dozen.
not 2024. But
Where were you the year
right?
before that?
Okay.
Or the year before that?
It was a simple
Oh,
question. I
because
asked
you know
if
what?
have
Because you
any more that
people
you're
on the
going to
left
this
are
year or not.
crazy.
So I'm
You're
on the left.
absolutely crazy.
I'm absolutely
You are.
crazy.
And get out of my face.
You're insane.
Goodbye.
You're insane.
Thank you.
You're gonna you're
Yep.
gonna be voted
Bye.
out so fast this year. I
I'm
can't
not.
wait for you to
Not.
go into
I won
the
by
dirt.
so much.
You're a disgrace to this state. That's what you are. You're a disgrace. I asked you a simple question and you just to go on this tirade and tell me you.
Yeah, thank you.
Disgusting.
Get out of my face.
You. How about
Get out of my face.
You're nasty.
Try it again. What's your
You're
name?
nasty.
What's your
You're
name?
nasty. That's
What's
my
your name?
You say me?
Yep, I
That's
sure
the
did.
first thing you're gonna say to me is me for
Absolutely.
asking you a
Get
question.
out of my face.
You.
Now.
You.
Thank you. You couldn't take me on, baby. Stay the f*** away from me.
Regardless of whether you're one of her constituents or not, this should infuriate all of us, the voters, not just for how comfortable she is with showing her bigotry towards the LGBTQ plus community in public, but for how this one exchange shows the disdain and resentment far too many of our lawmakers show their constituents. Like mentioned previously, these people work for us. And one of the most important parts of the job is to treat the public with the dignity and respect they deserve. Instead, Mace decided to exploit an opportunity for a calm, reasonable dialogue with a voter for some clicks online and praise the MAGA cult. She knew exactly what she was doing by throwing this temper tantrum from the get-go, as made clear from the constituents' recording of her outburst. Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.
Yes.
When are you going to host a real town hall for the people?
Did you miss the 15 I had last
That
year?
wasn't the town. When are you going to host one this year?
I've already had one, and we'll have a dozen more.
The town hall you hosted this year was not a town hall. Let's be real.
It was a town hall, and I do them every year.
Every year.
You want to keep
Are
going?
you going to do any more this year?
Want to keep going?
Are you
keep
going to do
harassing
it?
me?
Posted by Twitter user Andrew29834, who we can't 100% confirm is the man from Mace's recording, though the account claims to be based in South Carolina and the footage itself appears to be authentic based on Mace's recording, shows that not only was the man being nowhere near as aggressive and confrontational as Mace claimed from her perspective, but he was also completely within his right to ask about hosting a real town hall because, as you may know, House Republican leadership has demanded that reps like Mace stop holding in-person town halls or other events with the public that could generate bad PR and undermine the Trump admin's propaganda campaigns. Well, Mace decided to literally phone in her first town hall of the year without any prior notice, and it only lasted a little over half an hour. Does that sound like someone who is legitimately concerned with the well-being of her constituents and how she's representing them at the federal level? It really doesn't seem like it, especially considering her recent rhetoric surrounding town halls in general.
So our office has been calling back the folks who've been calling in regarding the town hall to ask them what constituent issues they have that we can help resolve. And you know what? All but one so far of 300 phone calls, which, by the way, you're taking away from real constituents that need appointments at the VA or need assistance with a federal agency. Your BS calls are taking away from people who have real needs in our community. Of the folks we've called back, almost half of them, we've asked them, what concerns do you have as a constituent that our office has not resolved for you? Not one person has any issue with a federal agency that we can assist them with. Not one. Now, one very sweet lady who called in very angry is an animal rights person and assists with providing homing and housing to animals who are found homeless, etc., doing great work for animals. She's got a real need. But out of a couple hundred out of 300, what you all are doing is evil. It's completely evil. Help those in our community. Help those in need. Stop making up BS excuses that you're trying to put people in harm's way over. You don't have any issues that need to be resolved. You're just being nasty. You're being ugly. You're being hateful. You're being evil. Stop it. Go find a fellow neighbor and say something nice. Do something nice for somebody in the low country. Stop being this way. Stop being violent with your words. Stop being ugly and hateful. You're taking away from real people in the low country that have real needs, and you need to stop. We've been calling the folks the fake town hallers, those who say they want a town hall. They don't really want a town hall. Asking them, what their complaint is, what we haven't done for them, or what they think we haven't done for them. Their only complaint is that they hate Donald Trump and they want to see Elon Musk dead. Those are the types of people who want this town hall. They don't have any needs with our office or any federal agency. They don't need any help from a constituency standpoint. They're just full of it. They hate Donald Trump. They hate Elon Musk. Too bad, because I love some Donald Trump and I love some Elon Musk. All the way, MAGA baby.
What else can be said? If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.